Is that going to be your new nickname, Oak?
Oh,
Old and strong?
No. I think the nickname should be Grandpa. Like, I mean, guys, look at him. He's got a full grey beard. How can he not be Grandpa? He looks like Santa Claus. Come on. Come on.
hello and welcome back to the Do You Know, Do You Care podcast. We had a little bit of a play around with podcasts for the past year or so, but we're back with a new team and some new hosts, and it's going to be great. So the Do You Know, Do You Care podcast was an idea that I had with a couple of young people, one in particular, the amazing Warren Waller, one of the team, the original team. And the podcast is really all about doing a couple of things. First of all, being the voice of young people, because we are young people. I'm a young person. And also exploring the intergenerational relationships between young people and old people. So that's what we're going to be talking about in entirety. But today we're just sort of introducing where we are, because we're back in the groove of doing things. So I'm one of your hosts, Raheed Salam, and I've got two wonderful younger people. One's a bit local and one's a bit global.
I think I know which one.
You're going to hear more about
okay,
that. Indeed.
You're too kind.
So we've got the wonderful Cleo Morris.
Hi, guys.
We've got the wonderful Erin Matthew.
Good to be back, people.
Erin and I hang out from time to time.
Pretty regularly.
Every day.
Every day. No, I couldn't take it every day.
You love me, really.
I do, but not every day. So the reboot relaunch of the Do You Know, Do You Care podcast really is a bit of an introduction to ourselves and where we're at. So what's the meaning of Do You Know, Do You Care?
I mean, that's a very good question.
I mean, I'll tackle this as best I can, but you are the expert. So I think it's a kind of a phrase that captures what it means for that young person, old person dynamic. The idea is that, young people feel as though that the older people don't actually know about their individual struggles or how their life works. And, from an older perspective, not that I really have that, I'm still in the young category, God willing. It's that, young people can't really commit to much. Do you even care about anything? You guys are lazy. I think that kind of...
Yeah. And I think it does stand true, because we all have a bias in our life where older people sometimes look at younger people and they think, oh, we had it much tougher in our day, and you guys have got it easy. Truth be told, I would not want to be a young person right now. I think you guys have got it tough.
Yeah.
I think you have got it tough. But what I would also say is that you've never had life so easy. And if I were to quote the Quran, out of hardship comes ease. And I think one of the problems that we've got is that certain technological advances, we've got some medicinal advances, we've got the way in which we have an IT world, and the, dare I say it, mollycoddling that we've got nowadays means that young people's lives are so hard that you actually could do with a little bit of rough and tumble to toughen you up a little bit. And therefore, there wouldn't be perhaps this perception that young people have got it easy. But I'll be honest with you, I would not want to be a young person how you guys are now, because life's really tough. And we're going to talk a little bit about the toughness, including, for example, the way in which you guys have got to get to adult life. And it's really, really hard. I've said it a billion times before, but I didn't pay for my university education. You guys are rolling out with 40, 50, 60, 100,000 pound worth of debt before you even,
Just for a degree, it's unreal to think about that. That's what we're walking into, just for wanting a greater level of education.
And then we'll never pay it off. It's just ridiculous.
Yep.
It's actually ridiculous. But yeah, that's the world we live in.
Yeah, what can we do?
Yeah.
So that's a flavour of where we're at. So what does it mean to be young, folks? What does it mean to be young?
Cleo, do you want to handle this one first?
Okay, thank you for passing that to me. I wasn't ready, but okay.
That's how we
I'm
roll
passing
it.
the mic to the host that seems the most prepared.
Pass the mic. Okay. So to be young, oh my gosh, I think me personally, I've always enjoyed my youth. I love being a young person because, especially in this day and age, when you come up with certain things, and when older people are like, "Oh, can you help me? Like, how do you use Instagram? How do you do that?" And you show them, and you're like, I showed them that. I know more than them. So I think we're at a point where there's not. I wouldn't say it's a divide that puts us at a disadvantage, but it's a sort of a disparity that we're at, and it kind of in our differences we can kind of find our strengths.
I like that.
And I think me being young, I think to me it's just all about creativity, like a new set of fresh eyes, just looking at different things in the world, different problems, and I love being young, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. So yeah.
That's a really cool answer. I really like that.
So Cleo Morris would not change young for being anything, right?
No.
But you're getting older every day.
Yeah, but imagine, like, okay, I'm not shouting out to anyone here, but when you're older and you get up the stairs and your knees start to creak, and I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to be able to run in the meadows and the fields.
Nah, I hear it.
Skipping.
Like, whimsy.
Yeah, exactly. You can go like out clubbing and you don't get tired. Like, obviously you get the odd hangover and stuff. But you can just like live life. Like, nothing's stopping you. Like, the world is your oyster. You can study, you can go anywhere you want to. Whereas when you're older, there's a lot of things you have to take into consideration.
True.
And yeah.
Okay. I think I want to challenge that a little bit. Right off the bat.
Okay.
So first thing, are there things about your younger self? Okay, so you're in your early 20s, right?
Yes,
Yep.
I'm 22 for the podcast. Yes.
Okay, 22 for the podcast. Yeah, we've got two 22-year-olds over there. Man, this table is made of oak or something old and strong.
Is that going to be your new nickname, Oak?
Oh,
No. I think the nickname should be Grandpa. Like, you guys, look at him. He's got a full grey beard. How can he not be Grandpa? He looks like Santa Claus. Come on. Come on.
Okay, veering back, Raheed, you said you had a challenge.
It feels like I need to give my Prophet Abraham story. Do you know the story of Prophet Abraham?
Oh, okay, let's hear the story. Let's go.
So, short version.
All right.
Prophet Abraham, in or around 100 years old, has a full beard, and one day has a white beard, or one day has a white hair, and looks at the white hair and asks the question, what is this white hair? And what does the reply come back? What does the godly reply come back? This is wisdom.
Wow.
Come on, like Grandpa, Grandma, they're wise people.
They are wise people.
Okay.
It's not from a place of hate.
Oh. Well, to be fair,
Do you know what? I don't really do that, and I'm not about to start.
But yeah, it's Grandpa in the sense of being wise.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, that works in the Prophet Abraham story. You found a lot of wisdom across life and your beard and everything else.
People, we are a team.
I swear we're friends. Like, I didn't just make this up. Like,
No, we're good.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
However, I just wanted, just wanted to ask, is there something about your younger self that you actually think, oh, I missed that, or oh, I'm glad that's done with now?
I think one thing I'll say, I miss 2016. I'm just putting it out there. 2016 was a time to be alive. Okay, music was great. Like, life was good. I feel like the weather was actually decent that year. And yeah, I was in secondary school, year 8, and yeah, I didn't have any worries. Didn't have to worry about anything. Just go to school, come home. That's it. Life was easy.
I mean, I'll be honest. I was also around secondary school, maybe year 9 if you was year 8. But I feel like we all get very nostalgic the further away we get from something. I don't feel like we was raving about 2016 during 2016.
Oh, definitely not. But now
Trump got elected, though. By the way, is that 2016 or 18?
Okay,
one of them.
minus that. Let's minus that. But I mean, looking back, definitely that was out of all the 2010s. I think that year was the one.
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like as much as I enjoyed secondary school, like first year uni was a different amount of joy.
See, I was after COVID when I started uni, so was it?
Wait, what year was your first year?
2022.
Okay, I was 2021, but like
See,
I didn't really get hit with a lot of COVID stuff. Like
yeah.
it was in like the latter half of the first year, and we missed quite a lot of it.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it just depends what unis we went to. I think that
suppose
might have
so.
been a difference, but I just found it a very chaotic time. So 2016 just reminds me of just chill, nothing to worry about. It was just very simple.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. But right, going back to your question about is there anything I'd like to change about my younger self? I think it's just to worry a bit less. I feel like as a teenager, you're caught up in a whole
Definitely.
bunch of melodrama and
Definitely.
you're still trying to find yourself and your voice and you're there, worrying about the most mundane of things to you, but they're like mountains of problems. And I think if I could give myself one bit of advice, it'd just be like, relax.
Yeah.
It will actually work out. I'll be okay.
Exactly. And the thing is, you look back on that situation, you're like, why was I even worrying in the first place? And then you look at where you are today and you're like, the things you're dealing with now, it's just like, it's literally, there's no need to worry. And I think that's my advice for all young people. Just worry less. Just live life.
So, okay. So when I was younger,
many years ago,
many years ago, I remember my first day at secondary school, and I remember it for a few reasons. So first of all, it's the first time I'd been on a tube on my own in London. So I was on the Piccadilly line going to Southgate on my own for the first time. That was one thing. Second thing, my parents were on pilgrimage. Their one and only pilgrimage together that they did. And so I was missing my parents. And the third thing was I was in big boys school, or big kids school. And so I was brand new uniform. And I don't know whether you ever had this, but, it was like, you'll grow into it, young man. So I was like, my jumper was hanging off me, my blazer was hanging off me, and I had a big bag on my shoulder for the first time,
the big backpack.
Yeah, the Doris Rose.
With the map and everything.
So that was me. That was me. And actually, I wasn't sure where I was going.
So you have to pull out the big A to Z.
Carry on, I'm sorry.
I mean, no, that's too far.
Do you know how to use a map?
Yeah, of course, I do. Yeah, I do.
We're going to go for a walk with our map later on.
Bring the map, bring the compass, I'm there.
The compass, right? Yeah. That's serious. That's serious.
I'll be there.
So I remember going to school for the very first time, and I remember coming back home that very first time, and I remember thinking to myself, oh my God, my GCSEs, they're only in 5 years' time, but I've got to go home and study. And I was such a bookworm, and the amount of worry I did, the amount of tension I had over school and subject and doing well was something that was ingrained inside of me. Coming from a South Asian background, coming from a migrant background, we're here to work. You've got to work hard. You've got to do really well. You've got to earn money. You've got to do good. Blah 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 blah, and that just stuck with me. And I think I was always a little bit of a worrier, but it was about big picture stuff rather than small picture stuff. I didn't really worry about sort of, detail. Although I very much am a details person, I didn't worry too much. Thank you. I didn't worry too much about the minutiae of what was going on, but I very much carried this heaviness. And I felt as if not a lot of people carried the same level of heaviness. And what I would say is I think there comes a time when you probably hit GCSE age where all of a sudden your parents begin to say to you, because I think a few things happen. First of all, you probably get to your parents' height, give or take. The second thing is you start to eat more and you're physically growing, etc. You've had year 7 and year 8, and like all of a sudden it's like, it's serious time, and everybody puts it on you. I blame parents and I blame older people for putting that on you. And I think, and this is one of the reasons why I wouldn't want to be your age, is that I think there's just far too much pressure. Now, I can say that there were probably times in my childhood when I was possibly clinically depressed, definitely worrying, very anxious, and, just really withdrawn. I didn't have anyone to talk to. There was no real outlet per se like that. I mean, there were, but there wasn't real outlet per se. But nowadays, child protection, risk assessment, and safeguarding, it's all built in.
Yeah.
So I think that whilst I had a lot of freedoms, I didn't necessarily have the level of support that I could have had. I think this generation appears to have freedoms, but actually it's wrapped around red tape.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
definitely true. But I mean, with power comes great responsibility. So the more things we're given,
Hey, Peter.
love that. But I mean, yeah, we've been given so many things. We've got technology now, we've got social media, we've got all these things we're meant to, well, basically kind of worrying about. And we are kind of left to our own devices. But obviously we do have these processes in place which do protect us. But at the same time, it's kind of like up to us. Really.
You're left to your own devices. You've
Yeah.
probably got 3 or 4 devices. I didn't have my first mobile phone until I was 23.
My
And
gosh.
that was a company
Mm.
mobile phone as well. I still didn't even.
So when did you have your first personal phone? Because that's your first work phone. But when's like
Yeah, I
Your
got it a
mobile.
little bit after that. A little bit after
like
that.
Sorry,
mid-20s?
my father.
I don't know. Mid-20s.
Wow.
Mid-20s had my own mobile
So
phone.
going back to that idea of freedom and devices, I feel like we have a lot of freedom on the internet because it's a very much a new horizon.
Like worldwide.
Yeah, so like
literally.
it's not like our parents could govern it
Hmm.
unless they were some sort of tech geniuses, right?
Mhm.
It's something we grew up with that constantly evolves that we have to stay current with.
Mhm.
Whereas I feel like physically in the wider world, I feel like you had a lot more freedom growing up. You know, you're talking about taking the train to school or maybe staying out past a certain time
Yeah.
or after it got dark. And I feel like all the red tape you talked about has kind of made that a thing of the past. The world seems a bit more dangerous now, I guess.
So my mum, God bless her, she is an amazing person and is pretty much the life and the soul of the party, even now at the age of 92.
Wow.
She used to say to me, I mean, I didn't get the slipper, but it was sort of like, he's going to get a slipper.
Mm.
Because if the day was warm,
Mm.
I would rush home, change, have a packet of biscuits, grab my bat, my ball, whatever, and I was out again. And then I would be coming back when the sun came down, or when everybody else also had to go home, or I was hungry.
Mm.
That's what I did every day. And if the weather was wet, I used to drag my feet because I knew there was no way I was going to be able to go out again after I got home because I was soaked through. And I only kind of had 3 lots of clothes as well. And I had my school uniform, I had my shalwar kameez, the traditional clothing that Pakistanis wear, and I had my sports stuff. Beyond that, I didn't even have any clothes. I mean, I did have some clothes, but
yeah,
you know, when there's big families and you know you're working class people, you know, you don't have that much. So I did have that freedom, whereby for you guys, I mean, I walk around. We're from Luton, or we're in Luton.
So you're not from Luton. Don't let me claim that for you.
I mean, yeah, but we're in Luton now.
Yeah, we're in
Luton. We're in Luton. It really annoys me the amount of traffic there is on the road, and everybody's getting picked up, even when you're still doing your GCSEs. I mean, come on, folks. Do you have legs? Use them.
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah.
So I think there's absolutely something in there. I think we've kind of gone off topic and gone down the road a little bit.
Yeah.
I want to hit you with a quick definition here. What does it mean to be young is what I asked, which in the United Nations definition is, for statistical purposes, that youth relates to the persons between the ages of 15 to 24. And the definitions changes with circumstances, including demography, finances, social and cultural settings. But 15 to 24 is there or thereabouts for young people. And that's the kind of time frame where you develop out. So you guys are going to be, according to the United Nations, you're going to be leaving childhood soon.
Oh my God.
That's quite scary. I don't know if I'm ready. Like, I feel like because COVID happened during our early adulthood or young adulthood, very much still adolescence.
So it's like 2 years that didn't really happen.
So I'm not really 22, I'm just about 20.
Yeah, like even like, I think someone asked me the question the other day, like, do you feel like older? And I was like, I just feel me. I just feel the same.
No, I know what you mean.
Like, I still feel like 16-year-old me, but I think it kind of depends on like the situation, if that makes sense.
I was gonna say that I don't agree with. I don't think I feel like my 16.
No, but you know what I mean?
He was kind of silly.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't feel the age. Like,
Oh yeah, I don't
like
think you don't feel 22. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but you just feel like you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, very much
That's
so.
sort of, like 60 is an exaggeration, but you know what I mean?
Just a little bit.
A little bit. But yeah, I think it just depends on the situation you're in, because at my workplace I'm like probably the youngest person on the team.
I get you.
But if I'm like around like loads of
Actual
younger kids,
16-year-olds, you're then like,
they're like,
whoa,
"Oh,
I'm
God, you're
old.
like auntie and stuff," and I'm like,
My
I'm
gosh.
not even nowhere near there.
Auntie is wild work.
It's auntie. It's auntie. I'm like, no, I'm not auntie. I'm literally in your age range. I'm in your generation.
We're all Gen Z here, please.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's not do that kind of
Wait,
alphabetical
what
work.
generation are you in?
Are you X?
No.
Why? One of them. No, it
No,
might be
it must be
Y.
before that,
It's got to be
before that.
X, right?
Before that,
Before X. My gosh.
I think it might be.
That make you a boomer. Nah, let's cut this whole thing right now. So, wait, Ryan, while we're waffling, can you Google this, please?
Please.
I am Googling
Oh,
it.
thank
I'm
goodness. Oh,
Googling it. Okay.
okay. So what did we find
Okay.
out?
Yeah. Generation X.
Okay, I was right. So
Okay.
you just avoided being a boomer. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Scary.
That got dark. So
All of a sudden, my co-hosts were about to take off their "Do you know? Do you care?" branding and head for the door.
No, I mean, at this point, it just might as well be just Gen Z.
no, honestly.
Like,
We were downstairs just a few
Oh
moments.
no.
We were downstairs a few moments ago, and this young guy hopped up the stairs.
It's true, actually.
And what does Mr. Matthew said? Oh my God, he's running up the
Okay,
stairs.
no, wait, let's not do that. I didn't have like some loud proclamation of what you
oh
were doing.
my God.
I was
What were the
hyping
exact
you up.
words?
I said, "Raw! Look at the speed." That's what I said. I was impressed.
You got a hype up grandpa, you know. You don't be like every little moment, you know.
That's what I'm
every little
saying,
step
because
counts.
there's a point in our lives where we'll run, and that'll be the last time you ever run.
Exactly.
Like you're gonna go to radio and you're just gonna,
Exactly.
and then you'll know it's over for
I'm
you.
forever going to be running.
Amen.
Forever going to be running.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be running the podcast.
There's always a smart ass in the room, isn't there?
Come on, I've got you.
Right.
So
Back to the definition.
back
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
definition. So and then we've got childhood, which is the period between when you're 1 to 2, and then between 2 and sort of 6-ish is kind of toddler, and then you're a child, and then adolescence starts when you're sort of, well, whenever puberty starts, but roughly around 11, 12. Moving on, that's the definition in the Britannica, or is the Britannica definition. So that's kind of what we've got. However, there are some other definitions linked to the psychology of a young person, and we're going to talk about that in a little while. But it feels like we've been going for absolutely ages, and I feel as if I need a bit of a break after all of that. It's not
See,
just
grandpa's getting tired already. I have to take over the whole thing.
Yeah, right.
well, Grandpa did speak more than others.
I mean,
Other people,
I
just
feel
waiting
like
for other people.
Well,
to
I feel
catch
like
up.
you
has
like the
more
limelight.
wisdom.
Yeah, all those grey hairs.
Grandpa's got more what?
Wisdom.
I mean,
Right.
indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a short break.
Beyond.
Give these guys time to catch up with me.
We don't have that much time, actually. We don't have the decades necessary for that
Yeah, I
one.
haven't got
Please,
that much time. We'll be back in a short while on the Do You Know, Do You Care podcast. Don't go away. Welcome back to the second part of our first relaunch reboot episode of 2026. Just reintroducing the Do You Know, Do You Care podcast. And I guess in a way, kind of talking about the balance between older people and younger people, and the fact that sometimes old people feel that young people don't care, and young people look to older people and think, you're old, you don't know. Hence, do you know, do you care? So we're going to have a quick game of Do You Know, Do You Care in terms of would you rather.
Yeah.
Over to the boss.
I'm the boss. Wow. Okay.
So you go for the first question?
Yeah, I'll take you for the first one. So, would you rather be born in the 70s or now?
Rohit, I'm actually keen to hear your answer first before I get to mine. I feel like it's gonna have the most nuance.
I enjoyed growing up in the 70s.
Okay.
We had proper 4 seasons. It wasn't just an amalgamation, which
I
was
do miss
really
that.
good. Second thing is that I was very free, and I felt that the sort of like the global politics and the amount of hate was not, and the hate and vitriol wasn't where it was there. Yeah, sure, I was called the P word, but I get called the P word and somebody wants to stick a gun in my face nowadays. So that was different. And I think the third thing is that there seemed to be a little bit of, dare I say, innocence to living.
Hmm.
And it was really nice. I was fed, I was clothed, I was loved, and I made it out of childhood to wisdom.
Woo!
Nice.
Proud of you, Raheed. Going off the back of that, I gotta strongly disagree. Like, you did make it out, real proud of you, but I don't think I could do the 70s. I hear my parents talk about that era, and you were saying about less hatred. You had the National Front to deal with. I can imagine that level of direct opposition just to my existence. And also, I don't know how well I'd fare in an era with less technology and less support. Also, I mean, for those who don't know, actually, I have a zoology degree, 2-1, by the grace of God. And
Go on.
I don't know if I've been able to study what I wanted to study in the
That shit wouldn't
70s.
even existed.
That's what I'm saying, it'd be a myth degree at that point.
Yeah, people would be like, "What? Zoology?"
Are you mad? And like, the thing is, I imagine being, parents just coming from the West Indies, if I'm born in the 70s, there's no way, shape, or form
Yeah,
I'm
British people
getting
are not having it.
Windrush degree, zoology degree. They're saying doctor, lawyer, engineer. Those are my 3 options.
Yeah,
There's no chance for anything else.
crazy. I mean, it's a good question. I think personally, I would stay with now because I feel I'm comfortable where I am now, and I know what I'm doing.
Yep.
And yeah, 70s. I feel that's a whole uncharted territory I'm not about to go into, and yeah, I'm good. Thanks. Let's stay on this side of history.
I agree.
That side of history.
Right. So the next question we got here, would you rather have the ability to change the past or see the future?
Definitely see into the future.
Really?
100%. 100%. Because what's the point in going back into the past and changing the past? You're just going to change your future. No. The past isn't the past. Let's focus on the future and make new memories and see, what's going to happen.
I
Because
strongly disagree.
Imagine if you find like the cure to something, or you find like the discovery to something,
Yeah.
and you see like the person who does that in the future. You can come back like 10 years back and be like, oh, guess what, guys? This is how you do it. And you can be rich off that. Come on.
Okay, I like the thinking, but I have the same idea only with being able to change the past. If I live long enough to see all these things, I can go back and change it. Think about it. We're recording right now. Let's say I stutter while looking at camera on right now, yeah? I'm going back, taking out and getting right back to where we should be. You see, and I can keep doing that and have like the perfect run at life and keep going back and changing it. I could change the future, right? I could look and see it and then still get it wrong. Because I don't know how it's going to affect it. Whereas if I can keep going back, I know exactly how it's going to play out.
But let's say if there was like a limited number of times you can go back and change.
Limited? Oh, absolutely not.
Exactly. There you have it. There's your answer.
I don't think I want to see the future. What if it's limited? Because let's say I see 10 years ahead.
I just used to go.
5 years.
I just used to go forward once and then see what's happening. Then come back and I'll be like, okay, cool.
But you have no idea how it will affect the future. Let's say
That's the whole point.
What? Nah. Let's say you find the cure to cancer, yeah, and you make it, yeah.
Yeah.
Then the FBI kills you off. What then?
Well, if they kill me off, then I would have the recipe or something in my back drawer. That I can
Yeah,
give
but
to
I'm
my
not getting
kids.
any bread from that.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just
You see
saying.
what I'm saying? If I can keep going back a handful of times, at least I can work with that.
I love it when Gen Z talk to one another.
So Raheed, seat at the table. So what would you do?
Would I rather have the ability to change the past or see into the future? So I'm a pretty forward-looking and forward-thinking and forward-acting kind of guy.
True.
And I'm not necessarily one to worry too much about what's gone before. I mean, to be honest, I like to live in the present. But given this question, I'm going to be moving forward
Yep.
into the future. And you know what? There's very little point in living your life with regrets and
definitely.
worrying about what's gone before, because once it's done, it's done. There is wisdom in looking back and thinking about it and reflecting for sure.
Yeah.
But people, you've got to move forward. You've got to move forward.
Because if you keep going back, you're just like living for the past. There's no point in living for the past. Like the future is tomorrow.
I suppose so. But then aren't you spoiling the future by seeing it already? It's then your present.
No, not really.
But I got a question for you, yeah? You're telling me if you could go back in time, there's nothing you would change?
No,
Absolutely
nothing. Absolutely
Really?
nothing. Because
Absolutely
if I
nothing.
change anything, I wouldn't be here today.
Okay, so you stubbed your toe this morning, yeah? You're not going back to change that?
I'll stub my toe. I have the pain, so that means next time I know that thing's there, and I'm not going to stub my toe again.
Let me ask you
So it's
something.
a lesson.
Was that the first time in your life you stubbed your toe? It's not, and it won't be the last. Like,
So why would I go back and change it then?
it hurt. Let's just skip that
Well,
out.
that's like going back and changing something that you know is going to happen already. Why are you going to change that?
Yeah, I want to take a little arbitrary things. Like I said,
Nah.
imagine I just started stuttering all over the mic. Now I don't have to air this place out. Then
But it's about development. It's about growing.
yes, I lived it. No one else has to. Anyway,
As I said, I love that Gen Z conversation. I love that you had sort of like 4 different goes at it. Let me ask you another question. And another question. And
No, not happening.
fair enough. Like,
you received your answer the first
No,
time.
that's why I'm the boss.
All right, all right.
She's the boss.
We're not going
Okay.
past it.
Um,
Next one.
final question. Go for it.
okay. Now, would you rather stay young forever? We're saying below your 30s, in your prime, or be old forever within retirement age?
Okay, hold on. In your prime. I think Grandpa's going to argue with that one.
I mean,
Because in your prime's not below 30.
so, Raheed, please.
So let me just tell you a little bit about my aging process.
Okay.
When-
What are you laughing for?
Sorry.
So I think when I hit teenage years, and like going towards GCSEs, I really missed it, and I
Okay.
felt like, oh my God, I can't believe it. The GCSEs are going to come, and then I'm out of school, and
Mm.
because you don't know anything else, you yearn
Panic.
for it,
Yeah.
It's true.
and then you get comfortable with something else, and then you yearn for it,
True.
and then you do something else, and then you.
Mm.
But as we've just said in the previous conversation, if you keep looking forward and stay positive, there's stuff you can look forward to and you can enjoy,
Definitely.
and you will always find things to enjoy.
Wow.
And with time and with the development of technology and
Mm.
medicine and science and all this good stuff, I have heard people say 40s is the new 30s,
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, these
50s is
that.
the new
Yeah.
40s,
okay.
60s new, and
Mm.
you know, I mean, I'm in my 50s, and I very clearly recognize that physically, for example, that I am not as fast or as strong as I used to be,
Mhm.
and you know, the glasses have come out, and you know, there are certain things that are happening, but I would not change what I know and what I've learned and what I can use for anything. And I think by the grace of God, we keep moving, we keep learning, we keep loving, we keep caring, and we're going to be okay. So my answer is I would not want to stay young forever, because actually, you know, being a Muslim and being a religious person, God's grace means that, you know, when we enter, inshallah, you know, heaven, we're going to be all right anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is just a journey,
It's just like a phase
in life.
Yeah.
and I think one needs to embrace that journey. So I'm quite happy being older forever. This final part of the question where we say above retirement age. Well, if you're rich, you can retire in your 20s anyway.
I suppose so.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you and I have had this conversation. I'll finish on this last thing. I'm never going to stop working.
No, you
I'm
really
never going
are.
to stop working. I'm just going to keep doing something.
Oh, yeah.
And that's okay. It's not about the money. Although money's always nice, but
Oh,
it's
yes.
just about being active, being learning, and being present and being part of it. So I'll stop there.
Yeah.
Okay, I really like
Interesting.
that. And I feel like your answers have shown a lot of wisdom. And
Mm.
I'm gonna.
Stop it.
Oh, come on, you've earned those grey hairs. Right. So I feel like I'm gonna take this in 2 ways. One, like you said, I don't think I want to be immortal. I don't think I want to live forever. That kind of sounds like torture after a certain point. If I was gonna be really old, I wouldn't mind being above retirement age, because that way I'm like, you know, a wise old sage. I've seen everything. I remember when we actually had snow and all of these fun old person things I can say mysteriously. And
Wisecracks.
yeah, like in a corner somewhere, be really old and just say like mysterious things about the past, you know, like
Walking stick could just be like,
yeah,
I remember this. Oh, tomorrow.
exactly. I'm gonna say stuff like that. So that's what happens if I have to be immortal. But if I could live the rest of my life as one age, physically, I would choose my youth, because yeah.
You got to pick one. It's would you rather.
No, I'm just saying. What do you mean? Hold on. I'm saying if I gotta be immortal, let me be old. If I can still die after like 80 years, let me be young. Okay, yeah,
What?
immortality is a curse fundamentally, yeah. But I'm saying, let's say I get to live the
Nah.
next.
The question was, would you rather stay young forever, or be older forever?
Okay, yeah. If I got to live for all eternity,
Yes, this is all for
yeah,
all the
let
time.
me be old.
Okay then.
Wise old
Simple.
sage somewhere. All right,
Okay.
Taylor, go ahead,
Yeah.
please.
Okay. So, yeah.
Here it comes, folks.
Before, I love my youth, and yeah, I want to be young forever. So yeah, that's my take. But recently, there's been, I think it was end of last year, 2025. There was a study by University of Cambridge,
Okay.
and they were saying that your brain doesn't fully develop till you're like 32 for like
Yeah.
females, and then for like males, I think it's like 40s or something like that.
It's
But it's
late for men.
Yeah, but it's crazy. So if anything, I'll just be young and I'll still be learning, still be exploring. You know, I can just enjoy the youth.
Okay, I've got a question for you. And I'm not disagreeing, I just want to pose another element to it.
Mm-hmm.
Would it hurt, though, seeing your age mates progress in a way you couldn't?
Oh, God, no.
So, your
Good.
friends are grandparents, yeah? And
Because you know what it is?
Yeah?
I'll be watching all the mistakes they make here, and then I'll be the wisest young person on planet Earth.
Wait, I just want to just tap into something right there, just quickly. That's basically my past question. Hold on.
difficult,
She thinks she's going to live all eternity watching everyone else's mistakes. That's basically going back and changing the past because you're still living in your past. If you don't age, you're stuck in your past. Nah. People like see the wisdom, tap in, right?
You
You're
know,
living in your past forever.
I've got kids, I've got to fix their arguments, and now I think I've adopted a couple more.
Oh my God. Well, hence grandpa, innit? But I mean, still.
I
Could have been uncle.
I said parent.
We're not like, yeah, but we're not going to call you dad, are we? It's weird.
Well, I mean, you know what? The viewers are just going to have to stay tuned to the next episode when we finally settle this once and for
Right,
all.
okay, I
Is
agree.
it better to stay young forever or to be older forever? That's where we leave it, guys.
We are going to leave it there. This has been a great first episode, I think, I hope.
I mean, you tell us.
You tell us.
If you made it to this point, thank you, honestly, from the bottom of our hearts. Just
Yeah.
listening to us ramble on and me crash out for about 5 minutes. So thank you.
Yeah.
The Do You Know Do You Care podcast is all about this kind of banter and us learning and exploring a little bit more about one another. As you can tell, I'm the wise old sage.
Just say
Can't even
wild.
say it. I know.
I might be the wild one.
Yeah, you are the wild
Yeah,
one.
wild.
You are the wild one. So I'm the slightly older one out of the three of us
Slightly.
here, and we're actually going to be talking in some of the next episodes actually about language and the language that we use, and what's the difference between our language
Or
and
slang, as we like to call it.
slang.
Yes.
Yeah. Is slang still the terminology?
Slang, yeah, I'd say so.
Think
What would you say? Like,
Okay.
you see those memes, new slang just drops. I think it is slang. You never seen those? Wow.
I'm going to say slang, but you
Okay.
guys tell us. I'm just rolling with the times.
Right.
Before we finish, what do you think of our amazing merch? Oh my God, look at the hoodies. We've got 2 different colours. We've got the black, we've got the white. Yeah, can't lie, these are well comfy.
Question marks on the back, but you're seeing that anyway. Yes, indeed. Find us on our link tree and go to all the regular social media platforms to find us. Let us know what you think about the new episode, about new merch.
And one more thing, sorry. I just want to pose a question to the audience. Would you stay old forever or stay young forever? Or would you go back and change the past or go and change the future?
All I'm saying is #team stay young forever. Join my team, the winning team.
We're not going to feel like a wizard if you're young forever, though, are you?
That's not the point.
It's my point.
Not the point.
I think this conversation is going to finish for a little bit longer. I've been Raheed. I'm your host on Do You Know Do You Care podcast. We'll see you soon. Take care.
See ya.